Hi again, everybody. It's 10 o'clock and we've come to bed. So, well, I'm going to go down and make a drink in a minute. Harriet's under the bed. That's asleep. You've had a good day, haven't we, Harriet? Yes, Mummy. So, I thought doing a video now, we could either chat about somebody who is independent and funny and loving and sensible, intelligent, all these things, who gives a lot of pleasure, takes a lot of pleasure too, and is just fantastic company, and everybody loves her. But I've decided to leave Harriet for tonight, and we'll talk about her polar opposite, shall we? We'll talk about Chantel. Now, I've watched part of her last two videos, and clearly she's much larger than ever she was, and she's going to tick off the wrong people if she isn't careful. I know that she's made a mockery of the Muslim women, and I think she was having digs at the cats. The lady who wrongly, as I'm sure she'd admit now, directed people to Mariam's channel in order to get her up to the 100,000. You see, by getting to 100,000 subscribers, Chantel thinks she's achieved something, but she's gotten there by buying subscribers over the years. A lot of them are dead accounts. You compare to how many views she gets to how many views I've gotten when I've, really bothered with my videos, which I haven't done of late. I haven't been conscientious because I just haven't been well enough, but I will get back there. And in comparison, considering she's supposed to have 100,000 subscribers, where's all her views? It doesn't really gel, does it? What, her last video, what was it? She got, don't know, what did she get? Oh, the triple cheeseburger and volcano fries mukbang. She got 9,000 views. So, 9,000 views, 100,000 subscribers. Still not a lot, not really. And it's going to get less and less and less because the woman comes on and she's getting paid for nothing, absolutely nothing. She's getting paid for sitting there, throwing down copious amounts of food. I'm surprised she doesn't choke on it. Maybe that'll be the end of her. Maybe that'll happen. Copious amounts of food, the jaw clicking and the noise of her chewing and masticating. It's horrible. And the noises that she makes, much as Hungry Patrick's makes them. And we know why that is, because the feeders like it. The feeders will send money and suggest what they might buy with that money in order to, the word that Mariam likes, satiates the feeder, gives them pleasure to watch some kind of degenerate pleasure. And the noises as well. I don't know, I don't understand it. Maybe it's some kind of sexual thing that they get. It's weird. I just find it very odd. And the other thing I find very odd is the fact that we've got YouTube allowing people to unalive themselves in front of us, quite blatantly so. Hungry Fat Chick has said, you know, she doesn't want to be here, or words to that effect, and carries on eating. Chantel, well, she doesn't say that, but you can see the situation that she's in. She's in Kuwait, she's in a Middle Eastern country, she's in a country where her big mouth is going to get her into trouble sooner rather than later if somebody complains about her. And I'm talking about somebody who's Muslim, either somebody who watches, somebody who sees her on the channel and sees what she's doing, sees that she speaks about Islam with disrespect, speaks about Allah with disrespect, sort of saying she'll do things her way. So he's saying to Allah, he's got to pander to you then, Chantel. You're going to do things your way, and Allah's going to have to fit in with that. Let me tell you, the Matawa won't. You know, the Matawa, the morality police, the religious policemen, they won't, and they won't hesitate in getting your fat arse into a cell, a prison cell, one with double doors, and getting you on a flight back to Canada with some nasty words stamped in your passport, never to return. Oh my goodness, what would Salah do then? What would he do without his income? What would he do without the prospect of sponsorship to Canada? However, as has been shown before, all is not lost. You will find women like Chantel, Amy Ramadan's friend, whose name escapes me, who also reverted, and her husband got to the States, was there for a while, and he did a runner, and she was left in the apartment high and dry, struggling for money and struggling, with the kid who was unruly. I don't know whether it was his kid or hers from a previous relationship. And she was enormous as well. What is it with these big women who will only ever look at Middle Eastern men? Is it because they think that only by scraping the barrel will they get somebody? I think maybe it is. And with the Middle Eastern men, well, they can't afford to be too fussy. And no self-respecting woman would go on to sites such as Tinder and meet somebody on there, and accept a proposal of marriage the day after or the day after that. Just like Amy Ramadan. Just like her. She met she met her Ali Ramadan, that's his name. Amy Ramadan and Ali Ramadan, and that's his real name. And she met him, I think, on Plenty of Fish. He proposed to her. She flew out to be with him, flew out to Egypt to be with him. Met his family, they got married there. And Bob was your uncle. And then they were living together in, may have been Ohio. I can't rightly recall now. But, and he got a job as, he called himself a businessman as well. Remember when Salah was saying in his resume for Tinder, his, you know, this is my resume for anybody who wants to read it. I'm a businessman at businessman. Well, Ali Ramadan was a businessman also. He was telling everybody. And truth was, he was working in a furniture store as a floor walker, a salesman. That was his job. And then he went to work as a used car salesman. And then he started dabbling, and he got the money from somewhere, and he bought a couple of used cars and sold them on. And they were all cronks, you know, the people wanted their money back. But Ali Ramadan, being the good, honest, upright person that he is, fiddled those people out of their hard-earned money. Say no more. I often wonder whether Amy has been successful in her weight loss journey. I often wonder whether that wooden spoon, the infamous wooden spoon that she used to beat her kids with, whether it's actually gave up the ghost and died. She used to keep a wooden spoon in her, well, she used to keep a wooden spoon in her kitchen, a wooden spoon when she did her videos, whichever room she was in, and a wooden spoon in the upper part, the windscreen of her car. And I remember one video when she got it down, have I got to use this on you? And the fear in those kids' eyes, but of course it was when she actually was abusive to her children on camera, shouting at them, and the little girl was crying, and Amy went out to her, and you could hear an almighty. And that's when Amy got a lot of karma, a lot of what she deserved, and that's when Amy did a runner from YouTube. And of course, she and her husband, they weren't above attempting to swat another YouTuber either, but I won't go into that because I know it was upsetting for the person concerned. So what I'm saying is that these women, they are happy to accept anybody who will accept them, despite the fact that the reason they are accepting them, the reason the men are accepting them, is to get their sponsorship and to get a better life than living in a dung heap where there isn't really much for them. I remember that Salah himself is stateless. His parents were born in Syria. They came to Kuwait. I think that Salah was born in Kuwait, but that doesn't make him Kuwaiti. You can have a horse born in a palace, still a horse. Doesn't make that horse a king, does it? And that's the way the Kuwaitis see it, that no, you don't just get citizenship like that, and he never will have citizenship. So the best thing, I guess, he thinks he can do is to get a ticket to anywhere that is, except Syria. Because if he went to Syria, Assad would either have him in the army or in a prison cell. Because there was a picture that was circulating of Salah and two of his friends actually defiling a picture of Assad. So if I've seen it, no doubt the powers that be in Syria have also seen these things, and nothing gets past security, not really, anywhere. Having said that, Chantel, her luck is about to run out. Her mouth is running away with her. She's made enemies there of women who she keeps on having a dig at. And let me give you my opinion why she's doing this. And she's saying that people are being judgmental. It's because she wants to stir up some drama. Because, in her own words, if I can get it on here, hang on. In her own words, she says, oh.
Anyway, Jenna Ortega is in it. Lydia, the Winona Ryder.
Oh.
And Michael Keaton.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't got it in the right part. But she says during that meat fest, that disgusting Schipperburger, that was only in half a bun by the look of it. She says that I've got nothing to talk about. Why come on to make a video if you've got nothing to talk about? It's insulting to people. And even the most stupid of her beezers must realise that she's insulting them. She's saying, you sit here and watch me, even though I'm being incredibly boring. I've got nothing to say to you. You don't interest me. I'm not interested in anything you might have to say to me. I'm just here for the money. I've got my man to keep now. Not to mention the cat that hasn't been spayed or vaccinated, that doesn't, as far as I can see, have any toys or a window seat or a basket to sleep in. Animal abuser. What's changed? Oh, I'll tell you what's changed. Interchangeable, Nada and Salah. Two sides of the same coin. I'll be back tomorrow.